I get asked on a daily basis where I get the containers that I use for my fruit trees, and I get them from the Greenhouse Mega Store. Oh, these are not tied up. This is what they look like. Let me push these to the side. This is what they look like. They're huge and they work amazing. I think I almost have one of each type of fruit. I have mango, pomegranate, a bunch of citrus, apples, peaches, plums. What else? Hawk plums, mangoes. Did I ever say mango? Avocado, loquat. Anyways, if I could only choose to plant things in one container size, it would be a 25-gallon. I think anything above that would be really heavy for me to move around, and I do move my trees once in a while. I'll just drag them across the turf. But this size is big enough to house those trees for a very long time and keep them happy, and also help to insulate those roots from our hot temperatures, especially right now when we're going through a heat wave. So this is what the containers look like. They're very sturdy. I love the fact that they have handles on the sides, and they have drainage holes down here. They have one in the center and some along the edges. Whenever I plant trees, I make sure to take away any little plastic pieces that might still be stuck on there, just to make sure that the soil is well draining. But I love these containers, you guys. I cannot recommend them enough. I scoured online forever trying to find containers that were affordable, and sometimes I would find some for a lower price, but then the shipping was several $100s, and I was like, okay, I can't afford that. I've found smaller plastic ones that don't feel as sturdy, and they're like $20 something a piece. And these are much sturdier and larger, and I love the fact that they have a flat bottom. For me, that's very important because as the trees get bigger and a little bit more top heavy, if it's tapered and a lot skinnier at the bottom, it's easier for them to tip over, especially during windy days or crazy storms. And with these flat bottoms, they're a lot more stable, and I love that about these. I cannot recommend these enough. If you guys are looking for large containers, I would personally purchase them from the Greenhouse Mega Store. The only downside to containers this large is that they do require quite a bit of soil. I don't like to fill the bottom of containers with styrofoam or plastic bottles or anything like that. So what I like to do instead is take any yard clippings, fill the bottom with that, and then fill the rest with soil that I mix up myself. Mixing up my own soil is a lot more cost effective than buying it bagged at the store, but it's a lot more labor intensive and not something that I want to do when we're in a heat wave. But anyways, I'm really happy that I got these containers. I ordered 10 of them. And I don't plan on planting any more trees in these because I think I have enough trees. One day when we buy our own land, I will be planting a ton more trees. But as of right now, I purchased these to be able to grow a lot of vining crops. Things like watermelon, cantaloupe, maybe even sweet potatoes. The possibilities are endless. I want to replace my grow bags. You guys can see one of them back there with these containers because the grow bags work well during the winter time and maybe late fall. But for the most part of the year, they dry out really fast here in Arizona, and I feel like they use up more water because they're so breathable. I personally don't think I'll be using grow bags moving forward just because I feel like they're such a hassle to work with. I don't really like them very much. When I first started gardening, I was obsessed with them. I bought all different types of grow bags, 3 gallons, 5 gallons, 10 gallons, 15 gallons, 30 gallons. Wait, right? 30 or 35 gallons. And they were just so inexpensive that I actually had my trees planted in grow bags in the very beginning of my gardening journey. But that was also during the fall. And then we approached winter and they were working perfectly. And then it started heating up. And that's when I started noticing that my trees were just drying out far too quickly. They just didn't look the best. And as soon as I switched them over to plastic containers, they improved drastically. One of the only downsides to these containers is the fact that they are black, which means that they heat up a little bit more, but at the same time, because they're made out of plastic, they also cool down very quickly, which is very different from things like ceramic pots, concrete pots. Those might heat up a lot more slowly, but they also cool down a lot more slowly. So overall, I really love these. Now I just have to find a spot for them, but I'm so excited to start growing in these because I think it's going to make gardening a lot easier for me. Bamboo sticks are one of my favorite things to use in the garden. I love building trellises for them for things like my blackberries. I love using them to train my trees to be espalier. They're so versatile, and because I have everything in containers, they work perfectly to help me set up shade cloth for my more sensitive tropicals. And these I purchased from the Greenhouse Mega Store. And honestly, I think that they're a great deal there. I bought the ones that are 1/2 inch. I think they have some that are a little bit wider. I haven't tried those yet, but I might in the future. The reason I bought them there is because I noticed that the ones that I was finding at my local big box stores were just getting skinnier and skinnier and would break easily, which doesn't help me, especially when I'm making trellises, because I need it to be able to support whatever plant I'm using them on. And these are a lot better quality. I will say I feel like the tops could still be a little bit thicker. They start off pretty good down here. The diameter is perfect, but then as you get to the top, they get a lot skinnier, which I wish they wouldn't do. But the ones that I was buying at the big box store started off about this thin throughout the entire bamboo pole, but they're still a great deal. I've been using them throughout the garden and they feel 10 times sturdier than the ones I was using before, for a lot cheaper as well. Next up, I purchased this large roll of jute twine. So I used to buy mine from the dollar store until they went up to $1.25. And at that point, I feel like because I was doubling it up so much, it was just smarter and easier to buy the rolls that are a lot thicker. I bought this one at Walmart for around, I think, $3 or $4, and it has quite a bit. I'm gonna be using it to trellis a lot of my tomatoes, my berries, any other vining plants, and then I'm also going to be using them to make macrame hangers for my melons that are already starting to develop that will be dangling from the trellises. So I really like using this. Usually I tend to stick to garden tape, but what I really like about this, especially for annual vines, is that I can just throw it in the compost and I don't have to worry about it. Whereas with the garden tape, I need to make sure that I can get as many uses out of it. So I'll constantly be tying ends together to try and make it work for another project. And if there's any pieces that go into the garden bed, I'm constantly picking them out. So it's kind of tedious, and with this, I don't have to worry. Next up are garden staples. And I know this is kind of random, but the main reason I love using garden staples is for pretty much everything in the garden. I've used them to stake down some of my shade cloth so that it doesn't keep flying away, and that way the plants that I'm protecting actually get covered. But I've also loved using these to set up drip tape. I use them throughout my garden beds. In every single one of my containers, I use it to stake everything down. And I used to buy them at Lowe's and Walmart, and those tend to rust very quickly. These, I feel like I can use time and time again, and they still won't have any rust on them, which I love. I feel like that makes these way more long lasting. Next up is a dibber. I bought this one on Amazon as well. I like the fact that it has the measurements in inches. I don't really use them because I'm not planting things like bulbs. I think I will use them whenever I'm planting things like garlic and any other transplants, but I've been using them to direct sow seeds, and it helps out so much. Honestly, I used to think, what's the point of it? I could just use my finger or I could just use a little stick, but it's magical. I feel like I don't know how I went this long without using this tool. I keep my nails really short, but the bad thing about this is whenever I'm transplanting something or direct sowing seeds and I use my finger, because I don't have a lot of nails, the soil tends to get under there and it hurts really bad, and no matter how much I scrub, it's always a little bit painful. So now I can avoid that by using a dibber. And I've mentioned how I sort of have the bones of the garden set out now, where I have most of my trees and some shrubs, but now I want to start adding a few more ornamental plants. So if I do start planting bulbs, it's going to come in so handy to be able to use a dibber for that. Next up is this Corona tool. I forget, I believe this is, what is this called? It's a saw. This is a saw of some sort. I'll try and remember the name. This is a razor tooth saw, and it folds like this. So usually I tend to stick to my pruners and then some loppers, but I feel like whenever you're pruning fruit trees that are a little bit of wider diameter, you need something like this to get really nice clean cuts. Otherwise, the pruning looks very messy. And I love using this. I've used it several times and it's very sharp. I got it at a really good price, and it's come in handy for things other than just pruning trees. Like when I was propagating my hog plums, I also used this to break down the branch into a couple more pieces, and it worked amazing. It's extremely sharp though, so you do have to be careful. But anyways, the sun is going down and that's the garden haul for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.